And welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES, episode 22.
I'm glad that you're okay. The reason I asked you here is because I needed to talk to you. Please, have a seat.
Which seat? Oh yeah, is this where I get my gun initiation?
Oh, before that, I believe I mentioned him earlier, but this is Akihiko.
How you doing?
Okay, let me start off by asking you this. Would you believe me if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
Excuse me?
I'm not surprised by your reaction.
I'm very surprised they don't say just yup. Or I'm not giving
You've
that.
already experienced this truth firsthand. Do you remember the night you came here? You had to have noticed the signs. The streetlights went out, nothing was working, there were coffins everywhere. Didn't it feel like you were in a different time? That's the dark hour, a time period hidden between one day and the next.
Hidden?
I guess
Yes.
it's more like something people aren't aware of. But the dark hour does exist. It occurs each night at midnight.
How the hell do people turn into coffins and not, like, break their bed? Or whatever?
It'll happen tonight, and every night to come.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins.
Well, dead people, do they realize?
That's not what makes the dark hour so interesting. You saw those creatures. We call them shadows. They only appear during the dark hour and attack anyone not in a coffin. It's our job to defeat them. Sounds exciting, huh?
Akihiko, why are you always like that? You just got hurt the other day.
Other day, you mean other week.
Now. He does his work well.
I can tell. Yeah, I don't know. That senpai? Oh dear.
Long story short, we're the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad. C's for short.
What is that color? Because you can tell it's like some weird, like, I don't know, aquamarine? Something like that?
We're classified as a school club, but in reality, this group is dedicated to defeating the shadows. Mitsuru is the leader. I'm the club advisor.
A shadow feeds on the mind of its prey. The victim becomes a living corpse. They're responsible for most of the incidents on the news, if not all of them.
What about the police?
Unfortunately, the police can't do anything during the dark hour.
Although rare, there are those who can function during the dark hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight the shadows. That's Persona, the power you used the other night. The shadows can only be defeated by Persona users, which means it's all up to you guys.
I see.
I'm
Get
glad
it?
you're quick to understand.
What he's trying to say is, we want you to join us. We've prepared an evoker for you. We'd like you to lend us your strength.
Alright.
I was afraid you'd say no. Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad. Oh, I almost forgot. About your room assignment. Why don't you just stay here, in your current room? I don't know what the holdup is, but I guess it worked out in the end.
Oh, wow.
Hold up. But wasn't that... Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter anymore.
Wait, how the hell do you, well, I don't know, does everyone have, like, a dead parent in this room? His voice rings in your head? Oh yeah, connection. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Fool Arcana. Thanks, mate. You've established a new social link with yourself, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm the Fool. Inner strength drawing. Call what Igor said about the power of social links. You know, I was always interested in, like, a clockwork... I actually do have a clock...
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How's the bed you're sitting on feel, huh? And you are?
We've met before.
Yes.
Soon, the end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you.
And?
The end of everything.
I don't know, it's kind of laughable.
But to be honest, I don't really know what it is.
You said to yourself the end of everything.
Oh, looks like you've awakened to your power.
So why are you in, like,
Unusual
stripes?
Power it is. A power that
Says the
takes
person
many
wearing
forms,
stripes.
yet is bound by none. It may prove to be your salvation, depending on where you end up.
Let's see. I'll buy.
Do you remember when we first met? I expect you to honor your commitment. I'll be watching you, even if you forget about me. Okay then. See you later.
Bye. Wait a flippin' second. I just realized he kind of... Well, the eye colors are different, but he kind of looks like our character here. Is this supposed to be like... Well, let's see. 11th grade. How old was I? Well, I'm in what? 15th grade, so 4 years ago. So I'm 21 now. Funnily enough, next 21, huh? Take away... Yeah. 4, so 21 minus 4 is 17. So this kid's 17 right now. I guess it kind of makes sense. Well, it kind of makes sense with the Persona 5 people. They're 17-ish. Yeah, and then take away 10. Yeah, that kid kind of looks like he could be 7. So is that supposed to be me when my parents probably died? I don't know. When are the explosions gonna come and play? A short dark hour. You hear something. Oh, like someone's calling your name from downstairs.
Hey, it's me. Can you come down here?
Does not seem like you're yelling.
Okay, he's here now. So, what's this all about?
There's someone I want to introduce. Hey, hurry up.
Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy.
Hey, Junpei.
Junpei? Why is he here? Wait, don't tell me.
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
What's up?
He's staying here? You've got to be kidding me.
What, you don't like him?
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential? For real?
I mean, of course, he wears a hat and he has an actual voice actor. Well, you know, that I'm assuming... Well, actually, voice actors aren't necessarily unique to their character.
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins. I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. He said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning. Like being confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's good. You should, since you're a Persona user. But man, I was shocked to find out about you guys. I had no idea. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It could get kind of lonely, you know? I'll bet you're stoked too, right? Having me join?
Huh?
Who?
Yeah.
Well, enough with the introductions. I think we're about ready.
Oh, we're gonna go do something? Sweetness!
Oh, we're gonna assault Tartarus now?
With this many people, we can start exploring that place.
You mean Tartarus?
Yeah, it is Tartarus, even though Tartarus is a pit of hell, where, you know, can I just say, I never really understood, like, Dante's Inferno. No, that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with it. Just reading it for my class, like, 3 years ago. Like, because it talks about so many Greek figures, and, like, the Greek Titans were imprisoned, like, the circle, well, you know, like, the, whatever they call, like, the, you know, 3 sets of circles, or whatever. Which brings me to the question, does, like, at least at that point, because I would be saying, like, yes, there were the Titans, yes, there were gods, Zeus and all that, that wouldn't make any other sense. So that always confused me, how that works. Like, they're basically saying, like, yes, Greek religion was an actual real thing, it's not just myths and mythology. Either way. Yeah, anyways, I believe Tartarus is where Alice is supposed... Not Alice.
Sounds like toothpaste.
Kronos? It sounds like the inverse of a
We
toothpaste,
believe
honestly.
we can find the reason for the dark hour there.
I hope so.
The chairman will give us the details tomorrow night, so be ready.
Why am I always so drowsy on Monday mornings? Yeah, me too. The only thing I can do is sleep through first period. Wait, tomorrow's when we have morning assembly. Oh, I'm too lazy for that. I'll just pretend I didn't hear. Have to be done. Lunchtime? I haven't eaten lunchtime in like 10 years. Not since like middle school.
I thought I was gonna fall asleep in there.
Can I have a minute? Come to the lounge when you get back to the dorm. I have something to tell everyone.
Oh, are we having that talk?
I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Talk about what? Also 420. Yeah.
Wow, she didn't waste any time leaving.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
Ooh, Yucatan. Do I sense some hostility?
Well, it's not that I don't like her. She's just...
Better than you? Well, better than us, really? I'm back early today. Decided to go home early with Junpei. I just realized what's kind of weird, at least from American standpoint. Well, not anymore, apparently. But, the little armbands, like, I'm pretty, like, that seems a bit odd and, well, Naziistic, kind of, just, you know. I mean, clearly it isn't. Walked home with, yeah, okay. But, I don't know, it just seems like something you wouldn't see here. Except nowadays you would, because... Apparently, no, I don't know how that even happens. And yes, I will that's one of the few things that I'll say. If you're a Nazi, fuck you.
Everybody's here.
It's basically the gist of it.
I'd like your undivided attention. For a long time, Mitsuru and Akihiko were the only persona users we had. But that number recently jumped to 5. Therefore, starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to commence the exploration of Tartarus.
You bring enough rope?
Sorry, I asked this yesterday, but what's this Tartarus thing again?
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
Hmm?
Didn't you just wake up to it like
It's
2
no
days ago?
surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh? And it's the perfect place for us to train. You can think of it as a shadow nest.
Whoa. Their nest, huh?
I prefer Shadow Hive. But
But, Senpai, what about your injury?
Since Akihiko hasn't fully recovered yet, he'll only come as far as the entrance.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm sure he won't complain, as long as you don't go too far in.
oh, don't worry, we'll just get to the very top and maybe fight the final boss. I don't know.
Since we're
That's
dealing
even
with
there.
shadows, Tartarus isn't something we can avoid.
Relax. I've got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a persona.
Why is that? Isn't there some, I don't know, some weird thing? I don't know. I know, like, more than I should. Just hearing about random things. Alright, turns out that school is a pit of hell, it seems.
This is it? This is the place? Why here?
Just wait a few minutes. It's almost midnight.
I think I really do like, if I remember correctly, this cutscene I really liked. Is that a smartwatch? No. It's a flip phone. Which is accurate. I had a flip phone like that back, I think. Then? No, not when I was 7. So yes, the Roman Colosseum's kind of merged with the Tower of Pisa, hasn't it? So the clock, or is that like a shadow face? There's like a palace on top.
This is Tartarus, the labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Is there a model of Tartarus?
Labyrinth?
Persona is big enough to have models like that, right? I can probably get a banner for it because, you know, I like buying little souvenirs, I guess, of various game franchises I have. So, you know, I have like, what do I have? I have like an Umbreon plushie for some reason. I have the, well, really, it's just that. And then I have a wooden model of the Frontier Shell from Destiny 1. Right?
What are you talking about? What happened to our school?
Once the dark hour passes, everything returns to normal.
It's like one dense-ass school.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower? You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated.
Nah. It's just the school is, just decides, you know what? Fuck you. I don't know.
Who cares anyway? It's not like it would change our minds about fighting.
Yes, it would, because you can't solve a problem.
Well, maybe now we'll find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This'll be our first time exploring it. Exciting, isn't it? There has to be some sort of clue in here about the Dark Hour.
Probably because it appears, you know.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be accompanying us today.
I know, you don't have to remind me.
Oh, the Gate of Time. The boombox.
Whoa. It's just as cool on the inside.
But it sure is creepy.
What happens if you
This is
stay in
only the
here? Well,
entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of the stairs.
when will I ever learn? What happens if you stay in here past the dark hour? Like, are you gonna get folded up? Or are you just gonna appear in the school? Or probably you'll get kicked out, I would imagine. I don't know. I mean, I assume the shadows don't like us, so it makes sense that they just compress us into nothingness.
First, we'll have you three get a feel for this place. Why don't you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
You know, with three of us. And
We're
also
not
you.
asking you to go very far. And I'll be feeding you information from here.
A new age cell phone technology, huh?
So you two didn't plan on coming in the first place?
I mean, Kahito can't, and then, well...
That's right. We're also going to appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
For real? One of us? Oh, me, pick me.
Didn't you learn anything from
You're in
elementary?
charge.
Wait, why him? He doesn't look like a leader.
Doesn't make the
But
best leaders?
He has fought them before.
Seriously?
I just show them the
That's
wrong
true,
end
but
of my
there's
harp.
another reason. You two. Can you summon your persona without any difficulties like he can?
Yeah, of course I can.
Like, do it, mate.
I think so.
These are shadows we're talking about here. Without your persona, you're screwed.
You say
I'm
that,
aware
but
of that.
how many times have I just killed things with a short sword and all that? Also, is this a game with a police officer? Yeah, it has to be. Actually, now I think about it. Because Persona 4, I didn't even get far enough to actually get a shop. And then Persona 5, I know is like the, the rivet cake or whatever? Layer cake, I think is the name. You know, the gun shop thing? See, a strange door. You get kicked in. Use a velvet key. Alright. So, this is taking longer than I thought it would. I just noticed the chair is Orpheus's harp.
I've been waiting for you.
Again. Oh, you'll have to wait a little longer because I thought we were just going to then go into the atrium, or whatever you want to call it, the foyer, and then do stuff, but I forgot about this. But anyway, so, if you enjoy the city, you know what to do.